From a shot that broke a player's leg, to the Hulk destroying a goalkeeper and the net. These are the most powerful shots in football. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, his shot was so insane that they created the Puskas Award for it. After an embarrassing first-leg draw against FC Porto, Manchester United were 90 minutes away from being eliminated from the Champions League. With everything on the line, the hopes of the entire club rested on the shoulders of their superstar, Cristiano Ronaldo. However, being a former Sporting player, the Porto fans were hostile towards the Portuguese player. But 6 minutes into the match, he shut them up by doing this. Because of how insane this goal was, FIFA had to create the Puskas Award just to honor it.
He chew it here and let it play. And the ball comes into him here, he gets his head down. At that moment there, I'll never forget it. I tell my kids about this all the time. I was screaming here, no, no, no. Like, pass it, like.
And when he hit it?
Then when he hit it, it was like, wow, I'll show you the facials in a minute.
But if Ronaldo is scoring bangers from outside the box, you better believe Messi will be doing the same thing. After losing 4-1 to PSG at the Camp Nou, Barcelona headed into the second leg hoping for a miracle to keep their Champions League hopes alive. Already trailing 1-0 in the game, Messi received the ball 25 yards out and said, "I'm the GOAT."
Voilà, mais en tout cas, pour parler de ce match,
attention,
Messi! Lionel Messi! Oh, le génie de Lionel Messi ressort!
That shot was so impressive. It led PSG to sign him at the end of the season. But at number 28, Roberto Carlos unleashed a missile that sent a goalkeeper into depression. In a match between Barcelona and Real Madrid, the Barca players weren't too bothered when they gave away a silly free kick 35 yards out. But as soon as they saw Carlos taking so many steps backward, they knew they had made a huge mistake.
Character. Now Roberto Carlos will strike one from here. Oh, that is quite brilliant from Roberto Carlos! And inside the first 5 minutes...
That ball was hit with so much venom that the goalkeeper was left depressed. But even this is nothing compared to a shot so powerful that it ended a player's career. During the Barclays Premier League era, former Liverpool defender John Arne Riise was known for his hair color and his insane shot power.
Old Trafford last year. Needs to watch his step. It's going to be Riise.
This guy's free kick was so powerful, he was nicknamed the Norwegian Carlos. During a match between Liverpool and Manchester United, Liverpool got a free kick 40 yards away from the goal. But because everyone knew what Riise could do, the Man United players put up a wall to try and stop him. When he ran to take the shot, Manchester United's Alan Smith stepped out to block the shot. It looked like a brilliant stop at first, until he started screaming for help.
He shouted me straight away and I sort of walked over to him. I've seen his ankle, so I've just got hold of his hand and I didn't want him to move just in case something might happen.
You know, the ones that were shocked were Van der Sar and Gary Neville. They're the ones that showed the more, and then that's when we realised it was a bad one.
So, straight away, he laid down and put his hand up, went to the goalkeeper, gets somebody else.
The replay showed the ball violently crash against Smith's leg, resulting in a broken leg and dislocated ankle. But even a career-ending shot like that is nothing compared to a free kick traveling faster than a Lamborghini. During a match between Sao Paulo and Atletico Mineiro, the referee awarded a free kick to Mineiro just a few yards away from the halfway line. But with the goal that far away, everyone expected the ball to be floated into the box. Everyone except the Incredible Hulk.
Is it now or no? Let's see the chance for the Incredible Hulk. He fires it inside.
That ball went from 0 to 120 kilometers an hour in 1.5 seconds. I dare you to show me a Lamborghini that fast. But the shot at number 25 was scored by one of the most underrated players of all time. When the Germans faced Costa Rica in the 2006 World Cup, everyone expected Germany to easily dispatch their South American opponents.
Chances here, and the Costa Rica goalkeeper is beaten.
However, a combination of bad defending and impressive football by the South Americans kept the game tightly locked at 3-2.
Something this time for Germany. He might do. Save first time, not the second.
With a few minutes of normal time remaining, Torsten Friegs received a pass and unleashed this missile. The curve on that ball was so beautiful to watch. It felt like watching a hot knife go through butter. But at number 24, Forlan's rocket broke the hearts of an entire country.
Goal. Absolutely terrific.
After playing an entertaining 1-1 draw in their opening game of the 2010 World Cup, host South Africa came into the match against Uruguay hoping to reach the knockout stages. But 24 minutes in the game, Diego Forlan received a pass and destroyed any South African hopes with this bullet.
Here's Forlan. He's going to strike for goal. What a goal! Absolutely terrific. Who says this ball doesn't dip and bend? Diego Forlan has just struck a...
Damn! This was the same ball other players complained bitterly about, but somehow Forlan managed to bend it to his will. However, he wasn't the only one who could do that, because Lukas Podolski used it to hit the most powerful shot of the 2010 World Cup. In the match between Germany and Australia, the Germans came out guns blazing trying to score the first goal. So after some brilliant work by Ozil on the right-hand side, the ball was laid for Podolski, who hit this thunderbolt. That ball was hit so hard, it literally punched a hole in the goalkeeper. But at number 22, Van Bronckhorst scored arguably the best goal of the 2010 World Cup.
One of the great goals.
Heading into the 2010 World Cup semifinals, Diego Forlan was undoubtedly the best player in the tournament. With the Uruguayans having a deadly finisher like that, the Dutch players knew they needed to act fast if they wanted to win the game. So 18 minutes into the match, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst did this. You could look at that rocket from whatever angle. It's simply beautiful to see. Almost as if paying tribute to Hagi's Thunderbolt versus Monaco. Just watch this. There's no way that isn't the same goal. I bet you believe in deja vu now. But even such an insane shot was only good for number 21. Trust me, you have to see Ronaldo's unbelievable strike at number 10. But before we get to that, let's look at one of the best goals in Premier League history. In a match between Aston Villa and Manchester United, a poorly cleared corner found its way to Paul Scholes, who wasted no time doing this.
Headed out by McCann.
How? Paul Scholes.
Damn! The audacity to think about it, and the technique to execute it, deserves its place as one of the best goals in Premier League history. Speaking of the Premier League, Stephen Reid's Thunderbolt was clocked at over 180 kilometers an hour. It happened in a match between Blackburn Rovers and Wigan Athletic. An awful clearance by the Wigan defenders fell to the path of Stephen Reid, who absolutely rifled it home.
Right-hand side, there's the men in the middle. Whip ball in towards one of the three of them there. Might fall into the box. So Reid who strikes! Oh, that's just sensational from Stephen Reid. It's his first goal of this season.
Rockets like these characterized the Barclays era, which is a far cry from the robotic football we see nowadays. But at number 18, a Ukrainian player produced arguably the greatest free kick of all time. During a 2005 Under-20 World Cup match between Ukraine and Panama, the Ukrainians won a free kick close to the center circle. Seeing how far out the free kick was, the Panama players didn't even bother putting up a wall. And boy, were they mistaken. Alexander Aleyev took some steps back, ran toward the ball, and did this. It now makes sense why he was nicknamed the right foot Roberto Carlos. But at number 17, a free kick traveled so fast that it broke traffic laws in South Korea. During a K-League match between Suwon Blue Wings and Ulsan, the Ulsan defenders seemed worried that Eddie Bosnar was standing over the ball. I mean, why should they be worried if it's that far out? But boy, am I wrong.
Now this one might surprise you. You see,
this free kick was clocked at over 120 kilometers per hour, making it the most powerful shot in K-League history. But at number 16, Christian Eriksen scored an absolute bullet that broke a 28-year-old curse. When Tottenham visited Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in 2018, Chelsea fans came expecting their team to put up a dominant performance. 30 minutes into the game, Morata rose highest to give Chelsea a 1-0 lead. But with halftime approaching, Eriksen shut the Chelsea fans up with this rocket.
Eriksen tries again. No, that's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Talk about a great day.
He hit that ball with so much power that the Chelsea goalkeeper couldn't even move. Tottenham went on to win 3-1, breaking a 28-year-old winless streak. Speaking of Tottenham, I wonder what they feed their players, because Victor Wanyama hit a ball so hard that it ended up in Nairobi. Still in 2018, Tottenham traveled to take on Liverpool in a Premier League match. With Anfield being a fortress, no one really gave the North London boys any chance. Just 3 minutes into the game, Salah gave Liverpool an early lead.
Could set Liverpool away, and it has. A mistake at the back.
The match then remained scoreless right into the second half. But with 10 minutes of normal time remaining, a clearance made its way to Wanyama, who wasted no time doing this.
With Eriksen pushed out by Harris, it comes Wanyama. There is the ball from the blue. I was thinking, don't shoot from there.
Damn! For a guy who rarely scored goals, this was one hell of a strike. Speaking of players who don't often score, a defender's rocket won Man City the Premier League. Towards the end of the 2018-2019 Premier League season, Manchester City had won 12 consecutive games to increase their chances of retaining the league title. But with 2 games of the season left, the pressure was at its highest. So when they faced Leicester City, they didn't seem like their usual selves. They struggled to create chances, and it seemed they would drop points. But in the 70th minute, Vincent Kompany took matters into his own hands by doing this.
From his captain, Kompany perhaps will have a shot here as a dig! And how about that? How about that? Kompany gets his first of the season!
This wonder strike ensured City kept their momentum and won the league on the final day of the season. But at number 13, Patrice Evra could only celebrate his banger for 30 seconds. After an unsurprising 1-1 draw with Bayern Munich at Old Trafford, Manchester United went to the Allianz Arena with little to no chance of reaching the Champions League semi-finals. But a few minutes into the game, Patrice Evra gave the team a huge boost by doing this.
Evra with a shot, he scored! Patrice Evra gives Manchester United the precious away goal! Oh, it's game on.
That goal was a thing of beauty, and the celebrations felt like they had already won the game. But just 30 seconds after the restart, Bayern attacked and got the equalizer. Damn! 30 seconds? I last longer than that when I... Never mind. But at number 12, Raul Garcia scored one of the most powerful shots of the 2018 La Liga season. In a match between Deportivo La Corona and Athletic Bilbao, the Deportivo players came prepared to frustrate all the efforts of their opponents. But with halftime approaching, Raul Garcia surprised everyone with this rocket. Looking at the coach and goalkeeper's reactions, they knew that ball was unstoppable. This reminds me of the time Valverde almost took a goalie's life with a missile. On the 3rd of October 2023, Serie A champions Napoli welcomed Real Madrid for a high-profile Champions League match. Led by the prolific Victor Osimhen, everyone expected the Italians to be the team that would end Real Madrid's impressive run. This prediction seemed accurate when after just 19 minutes, Napoli took the lead. Madrid responded through Vinny Jr. and took the lead via Jude Bellingham. But as the second half resumed, Napoli equalized via a penalty. With the game tilting towards a draw, Valverde suddenly remembered he was an assassin and unleashed this bullet. That shot was so powerful, I'm surprised it didn't bend the crossbar. But even an insane strike like this couldn't break into our top 10, because there's no way a human took the shot at our number 1 pick. But before we get to that, let's check out another Ronaldo GOAT moment. In a match between Real Madrid and Osasuna, Cristiano Ronaldo received the ball a long distance from the goal. With the Osasuna defenders backing off, he said to himself, "These guys don't know I'm Cristiano."
Ronaldo, they'll back away from him again and he shoots. Oh, it's got in! A second goal, a thunderbolt from Ronaldo. Real Madrid.
Damn! There's no way CR7 is human. Even his teammates couldn't believe they played together with this monster. But the rocket that comes at number 9 won Liverpool the FA Cup. During the 2006 FA Cup final between Liverpool and West Ham, the Reds came into the match confident of winning the trophy. But after 2 awful own goals, that confidence dropped. And Liverpool were losing with a few minutes left to play. With the fate of the club on the line, Liverpool's captain decided to turn up by doing this.
That's Risa, tossed it towards Morientes. And then Gerrard! Oh, goodness me! What
The force with which he hit that ball felt like a rocket launch. It was either going in or taking out whoever it touched. Still, it is nothing compared to Tony Yeboah's thunderbolt. In a match between Leeds and Wimbledon, Ghanaian player Tony Yeboah wasn't impressed by his team's lack of attacking threat. So when the ball got to him, he danced past 2 defenders and released this bullet. That shot was so fast, it made the goalkeeper regret his life choices. But at number 7 is a player whose powerful shot became a cheat code. Adriano's competitive debut for Inter was against Real Madrid. For such a young striker, it wasn't the ideal game for him to showcase his skills. But after winning a free kick at the edge of the box, Adriano pleaded with Seedorf to allow him to take it. So when the referee blew the whistle, he did this. Wow! He hit the ball right where the goalkeeper was standing. That ball flew past before Casillas could even blink. And if you played PES while growing up, you understand why he had a 99 shot rating. But even such insane power looks normal compared to a shot that defied the laws of physics. In a match between Brazil and France, the French gave away a silly free kick 40 yards away from the goal. Because of this distance, they didn't even bother setting the wall up properly. But as soon as Roberto Carlos started taking many steps backward, he had only one thing on his mind. And boy, did he execute it to perfection.
20-yard run up.
The power of that shot, the bend on the ball, heck, the audacity to even try it. This is one of those football moments that you can't explain, you just enjoy. And now that we're down to our top 5 picks, it's time to strap into your seats, because the shots coming will blast you into space. Starting with an insane shot that was clocked at 170 kilometers per hour. During a match between PSV and ADO Den Haag, the PSV players were on the hunt for a third goal. So when a pass was played into Ibrahim Sangare's path, he did this. Damn! The force with which he hit that ball suggests he had a beef with the goalkeeper. 170 kilometers worth of fury. But at number 4, Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored one of the best goals in Champions League history. When PSG faced Anderlecht in the Champions League, Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a man on fire.
Into the center.
Or the fire was on Zlatan. Never mind. He scored 2 quick goals to put PSG comfortably ahead. But when the Anderlecht defenders thought he couldn't score more, this happened.
From Ibrahimovic. Oh, what a goal!
He hit that ball with so much venom that the Anderlecht fans had no choice but to give him a standing ovation. But at number 3, Arjen Robben fired an even more insane shot, clocked at 190 kilometers per hour.
Ich muss einfach sagen, ich bin nur dankbar. Sehr, sehr dankbar.
Jetzt macht sein Tor.
Und will selber machen. Und macht sie!
From 2012 to 2018, Arjen Robben was one of the best wingers in football. He was famous for cutting to his left and curling the ball into the net. But despite being a master of finesse, Robben packed a dynamite of a left foot. Enough of the talk, just watch this.
A Pepe, saca el córner Kaká. Ha despejado Momoyera y golazo de Robben. ¡Qué golazo de Robben, señores, a la salida del área! Vaya chutazo.
He hit that ball so true. Even Jurgen Klopp couldn't lie that he wasn't impressed. But at number 2, a player hit the ball so hard that it terrified the goalkeeper to death. In a match between Sporting CP and Naval, the Sporting boys struggled to find a way past the resolute Naval defense. With the match turning into a bore fest, Sporting won a free kick right at the edge of the box. But as the Naval players tried to arrange a wall, the goalkeeper kept on screaming and barking out instructions. No one knew why until this happened.
Minuten voor tijd staat het nog altijd 0-0 bij Naval tegen Sporting Club de Portugal. Maar invaller
Ronnie Heberson hit that ball with so much power that it was clocked at 210 kilometers per hour. To be honest, trying to stop that would have ended in a serious injury for the goalkeeper. But now, we've arrived at the moment we've all been waiting for. The most powerful shot in football history. In the match between Schalke 04 and 1860 Munich, Schalke won a free kick 40 meters away from the goal. With it so far away, everyone expected a cross into the box. Everyone except Hami Mandrali. The Turkish midfielder took many steps backward, ran to the ball, and released an absolute missile. The ball was traveling so fast that the cameraman struggled to keep up. Even though shots weren't recorded back then, Some geniuses did some crazy calculations and estimated the shot was traveling at over 230 kilometers per hour, which easily makes it the most powerful shot in football history. Still, hitting shots faster than cars might be wild, but it is nothing compared to Ronaldo knocking out his opponent, or a bunch of Venezuelan ladies flashing on live TV. Click on the next video to see the wildest moments in football.